So we have in front of us a basic exercise here. So I'll just tell you, how to read this, and I'm just going to give a brief explanation about what exactly each of the parts of this piece is. So as I already mentioned, this symbol here is called the treble clef. This is called the treble clef, and when the treble clef is placed on the staff, which is these 5 lines, it's called a treble staff. So treble staff means you have to play all these notes with your right hand. So now earlier we had a discussion with the help of note heads. This is called the note head, this is called the note head, and this is called the stem. So a note consists of 2 parts, one is the stem and one is the note head. So we are most concerned about the note head. Wherever the position of the note head is along these 5 lines, that decides the note, and all that I explained in the previous tutorial. So now I'm going to explain about some basic concepts of beats. So for example, I have 4 beats, like 1 2 3 4, and it repeats. This repeats, like it's like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So we call that there are 4 beats in the bar. So it repeats after 4 beats, right? So whenever it repeats after that beat, that many beats are there in one bar. So as of now we have 4 beats in one bar. So this is denoted by this number here. As you can see, 4, it's called 4 by 4. It's called time signature. Here it is 4 by 4. That means there are 4 beats in one bar. So it's like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and in music we call one beat as quarter note. As you can see here, one beat is called a quarter note. It's also called a crotchet. So I'm going to tell you briefly how do we denote 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beats, etc. So if the sound lasts for just 1 beat, it's called quarter note. If it lasts for 2 beats, it's called a half note. If it lasts for 4 beats, it's called a whole note. So if the sound lasts for 1 beat is called a quarter note, 2 beats is called half note, and 4 beats is called whole note. So if I say 1 2 3 4, in that 1 beat is called quarter note. So how many quarter notes there are in one bar? There are 4, because it's 4 beats and each beat is called a quarter note. So it's 4 quarter notes in one bar. So that's exactly what this number denotes. The top number denotes how many beats there are. There are 4 beats in one bar. That is what it says. And the bottom number denotes the type of the beat, the type of the note. So 4 says as a quarter note, because quarter is 1 by 4. So you can just remember, like we call this as 4 by 4. So 4 into 4, keep the 4 aside, top 4 aside, and then you have 1 by 4. So that bottom number denotes the quarter note. So there are 4 quarter notes in one bar. So let me just complete the discussion here. We also have something called the 8th note, and 8th note is half of a quarter note. So 1 beat is a quarter note, half of 1 beat is 8th note, half of 8th note is called a 16th note. It's also called a semiquaver, and half of semiquaver is called a demi semiquaver. That is a 32nd note. So we have 1 beat as quarter note, 2 beats as half note, 4 beats as whole note. Half of 1 beat is 8th note, and half of 8th note is 16th note, half of 16th note is 32nd note. So as you can see here, we have something called, this is called a bar line. So a bar line separates one bar from another. So the whole thing is called a line. So in this line we have 4 bars, and in each bar we have 4 beats. 4 beats in one bar. And what type of beats? Quarter notes. What type of notes? 4 notes in one bar. What type of notes? Quarter notes. If this is 2, then it is 4 half notes. If it is 2, in this case it's not 2, but if this would be 2, 4 by 2, then it's 4 half notes. If it would have been 4 by 8, then it's 4 eighth notes. So top number indicates the number of notes, and the bottom number indicates the type of notes. So a whole note is also called semi-breve, half note is also called minim, quarter note is also called crotchet, 8th note is also called quaver, semi-quaver, 16th note is also called semi-quaver, 32nd note is also called demi-semi-quaver. So here we have 4 eighth notes. So this is called a beam, and your 4/8 notes are connected. So I already told you, right? A quarter note has 2/8 notes. So two of them combine to be one quarter note, and two of the other combine to be another quarter note. So two quarter notes, and this is a half note. So two quarter notes plus half note. Half note is again two quarter notes. I already told you, right? So half note plus half note is whole note. So in one beat there are four. In one bar there are 4 beats. That's it. And similarly here it's half note. Half note has 2 beats, 2, and this is a dot. A dot extends the value by half. So it's 2 plus 1, 3 beats, and quarter note is 1 beat. So it's 4. And similarly here we have 4 quarter notes, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4 beats. And we have 2 half notes, 2 beats plus 2 beats, 4 beats. And here we have 1 whole note, which is 4 beats. So as you can see, there are 4 beats in one bar. And what type of beats? Quarter notes. What type of notes? Quarter notes. So instead of having 4 quarter notes, you can have it like this. You can have 4/8 notes, which make 2 quarter notes, and 1 half note, which make 2 quarter notes. Or you can have a whole note, or you can have 2 half notes. Different combination. The total comes down to 4 beats. That's the important thing. Okay. This is called time signature. Top note indicates the number of beats. Bottom one indicates the type of beats. If it is 2, it will be half note. So quarter note is 1 beat, half note is 2 beats, whole note is 4 beats, eighth note is half a beat, 16th note is half of half a beat, and 1/4 a beat. 32nd note is 1/8 a beat. So you just remember this way: one quarter note is 1 beat, half note is 2 beats, whole note is 4 beats, and then eighth note is half of 1 beat, half of quarter note. 16th note is half of eighth note. 16th. So it is 1/4 of a beat, and this is 1/8 of a beat. So you remember quarter note as 1 beat, and then go up. Half note has 2 beats, whole note has 4 beats, and you go down. Eighth note is half of a quarter note, semiquaver, and then demi-semiquaver. So I will deal with the other things in the next tutorial. Thank you.